Hello comic book guys and gals, and welcome to Comic Mag Musings. I am your host, Bill Miller. Welcome to the final installment of our Top 100 Pre-Code Romance Comics. By 1954, parents, school teachers, clergymen, and others taking an interest in the welfare of children believed comic books were a significant contributor to the epidemic of juvenile delinquency sweeping America. Following the implementation of the Comics Code in 1954, publishers of romance comics self-censored the content of their publications, making the stories bland and innocent with the emphasis on traditional patriarchal concepts of women's behavior, gender roles, domesticity, and marriage. When the sexual revolution questioned the values promoted in romance comics, along with the decline in comics in general, romance comics began their slow fade. DC Comics, Marvel Comics, and Charlton Comics carried a few romance titles into the middle 1970s, but the genre never regained the level of popularity it once enjoyed. The heyday of romance comics came to an end with the last issue of Young Romance and Young Love in the middle 1970s. Before we get started, first, the rules. The comics had to have been published prior to carrying the Comics Code Authority seal, and the title had to primarily be a romance title. No photo covers are allowed. Lastly, these are not necessarily either the most popular or the most expensive romance books. They are simply the best romance comic book covers, in my humble opinion. It was a maddening task to rank numbers 20 to 1, but it was a labor of, dare I say, love. I made a series of 5 videos with 20 entries in each one, so please join me for the last 20 covers as we count down the top 100 pre-code romance comic book covers. Alright, leading off at number 20, we have Intimate Confessions, issue number 1. From Avon, published in July of 1951. The cover artist is Raymond Johnson. We have a blonde in a red dress with fishnet stockings. Va-va-voom! I like the gambler's paradise cityscape backdrop. Sashaying in at number 19 is My Love Affair, issue number 1. From Fox, produced in July of 1949. Unfortunately, the cover artist is unknown. This cover just works for me. The sheen black dress, the orange background contrasting with her jet black hair, the muted makeup, the come hither look, and the ring sporting that rock. Can you imagine how many comics that ring could buy me? Cuddling up with number 18 is Popular Teenagers, issue number 14, from Star Publications, out in November of 1952. The cover art is by L.B. Cole. A rainbow of lustrous colors and a wedding band perfectly framing our young couple. At number 17, we have My Desire, Intimate Confessions, 32, from Fox. Hitting the stands in December of 1949. Yet again, the cover artist is unknown. We have a redhead in a beautiful black dress, casting a seductive, over-the-shoulder look. I like the perfume bottle and green vanity, but my favorite part is the stern man in the mirror. Is that her husband or a malicious intruder? Smooching with number 16 is First Romance Magazine, issue number 3, from Harvey. Circulated in December of 1949. And although we're not certain, the cover artist is believed to be Al Avison. This is such a wonderful idyllic scene. It is a breezy autumn afternoon in perhaps a park. I like the design of his pants, his tie whipping in the wind, and her smart professional outfit. Holding hands with number 15 is My Love Life, issue number 11, from Fox. Printed in April of 1950. Sadly, the identity of the cover artist is not known. The bright blue dress, her auburn hair, the red and yellow contrast, and the impulsive embrace add up to a smashing cover. At number 14, we have Love at First Sight, issue number 14, from Ace Magazines. Printed in March of 1952. Again, the cover artist is unknown. This image is crafted so well. The backdrop is muted, lending a 3D effect. I like the plaid of her skirt, and his hair seems to melt into her with almost a hint of negative space. Spooning at number 13 is My Love Life, issue number 7, from Fox. Hitting the shelves in August of 1949. Again, the identity of the cover artist is unknown. I really dig the playful backward glance she gives as he helps put on her fur coat. Her red hair is just the right amount of highlights. Her blue dress is complimentary, and her purple eyeshadow is just the right touch. Lighting candles at number 12 is My Secret Romance, issue number 2, from Fox. Hitting the stands in March of 1950. And again, we don't know who the cover artist is. We have a blonde, innocently, perhaps nervously, looking at a mysterious man. Is he her paramour, or is he a stranger bent on sinister intentions? I love the yellow bricks melting into the red background. Slinking in at number 11 is Romantic Confessions, Volume 2, issue number 1, from Hillman. Out at some point in 1951. The cover artist is John Prentice. What a splendid image. This fellow looks dapper in his tuxedo and top hat. She looks stunning in her dark green dress. The statue in the background gently draws your eye to a lovely purple sky. Rendezvousing with number 10 is My Love Life, issue number 9, from Fox. Hot off the printing presses in December of 1949. Unfortunately, they forgot to include the credit for the cover artist. The bare shoulder, the dark hair, the sultry look, the green eyes. It all works so well with this image. Coming in at number 9 is Youthful Romances, issue number 11, from Pix Parade. Seeing the light of day in April of 1952. The cover artist is Ed Goldfarb. I like the way the couple is framed within the heart. The blue background and yellow title complement one another, yet allow the red to pop. Smiling at number 8 is Confessions of Love, issue number 1, from Comic Media. Published in April of 1950. We do not know the identity of the cover artist. A startling image of a woman in her nightgown seemingly struggling against the rough embrace of someone who I imagine is her husband, but who truly knows? Blowing kisses to number 7 is My Secret Story, issue number 29, from Fox. Produced in April of 1950. And again, we do not know who the cover artist is. This cover reminds me of The Great Gatsby. I love the contrast of the man's jacket with the bright, almost neon green of his shirt and handkerchief. The minimalist cityscape background was a perfect choice. Walking down the aisle with number 6 is Popular Teenagers, number 15, from Star Publications. Out in January of 1953. The cover art is by L.B. Cole. Bold colors and a warm embrace on a cold winter's evening. The falling snow is epic and the purple of the car is fantastic. At number 5, we have Cinderella Love, issue number 25, from St. John. Hot off the presses in December of 1954. The cover artist is Matt Baker. What can I say about this cover that hasn't already been said? This is some of Matt Baker's finest work. There is so much going on in this image that you see something new at each glance. Yet the lovely brunette with the white flower in her hair is the star of the show. Passing love notes to number 4 is Popular Teenagers, issue number 11, from Star Publications. Hitting the stands in April of 1952. The cover art chores were handled by L.B. Cole. Such an incredible cover. The winter scene with the ice skaters in the background, the wonderful pattern on the man's shirt, and the woman's outfit reminds me of Christmas. Whispering to number 3 is My Secret Story, issue number 27, from Fox. Hitting the shelves in December of 1949. The cover artist is sadly unknown. What can I say? I'm a sucker for backward-glancing covers. I suspect this would qualify as an innuendo cover. What proposition is she thinking over while wistfully glancing in our direction? Slow dancing with number 2 is My Confession, issue number 7, also from Fox. Released in August of 1949. Unfortunately, the cover artist is unknown. The blue of the cushioned seat, the yellow spotlighted background, and the red trade dress leap off the cover, yet pale in comparison to the blonde in a seductive red dress, who seems haughtily, almost daringly comfortable in her own skin. And making goo-goo eyes at number 1 is My Desire Intimate Confessions, issue number 34, from Fox. Printed in April of 1950. Devastatingly, we do not know the identity of the cover artist. For my money, no other romance comic can compare to this classic innuendo cover. The dress and makeup, the red background, and the sultry, contemplative look upon her face offer up a world of suggestion. This cover was so good they dusted it off for another spin a few years later. And that will do it for numbers 20 through 1 as we finish counting down the top 100 pre-code romance comics. I hope you enjoyed the series, and I hope you got to see some books you either haven't seen before or haven't seen in quite some time. Please leave a comment and tell me your thoughts. Do I have some ranked too high or too low? Or there's some that should have made the list but didn't? I'd love to hear your feedback, and don't forget to join me for the next series as we count down the top 100 pre-code crime comics.